Good morning, world historians. My name is Matthew Smith, and welcome to History 198. I'm going to be your instructor for the next 6 weeks of world history, 1500 to the present. So you can imagine this is a bit of a tight squeeze. But the main thing is, I just wanted to just give a little bit of an orientation video this week. This is week one, module one of our 6 week online course. Many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with online learning environments. Some of you maybe are a little bit more hesitant. So I just wanted to give you a bit of guidance in this video. Just keep it short and sweet. I will be posting additional material to the Canvas site. Hopefully you've been able to check out the Canvas site for this class so far. So I just wanted to start off actually with a little quotation by the 6th century BC Chinese philosopher Confucius. I'm sure you've all heard of Confucius, but his quote, I'll just read it here. It doesn't matter how slowly you go, so long as you don't stop. And I think that's probably how many of us have been feeling this past year with the pandemic. Obviously, I say it doesn't matter, or Confucius says it doesn't matter how slow you go, but this is a 6 week class. It is broken down into weekly modules. I think the main thing to remember about learning online is it's really just very structured, very oriented towards checklists, deadlines, and so on. So long as you can, follow along, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, so long as you don't stop. So that's the advice there from the 6th century BC from Confucius, thanks to Confucius. But of course, with this class, there are just a few things to bear in mind. In addition, with the Canvas site, I think you can find the syllabus through getting started, but we are going to be communicating primarily through Canvas discussion forums. All of these links, discussion forums, files, assignments that we're going to be using for this class are on the left column of Canvas. And it is key, I think, to success in this class, as in so much else of life, is communication. So first of all, I want you to go visit the website if you haven't already, read through the syllabus, and check out. There's this little discussion forum, icebreaker. It's sort of talking about your bucket list, what you would like to see in your life, do, experience, things that fill you with wonder and excitement. But this is really just a way of encouraging you all to talk, to interact. Throughout the course of the semester, there are basically 3 reasons why I sort of emphasize the discussion forums. One is to actually show engagement with the reading. We're going to be reading Origins of the Modern World by Robert Marx, which is helpfully organized into 6 chapters. As you'll note, the 6 chapters, 6 weeks of the semester, so we're basically reading a chapter each semester. So the readings are going to be the focus of discussion forums. Number 2, it shows engagement, both in terms of your thought, your thinking, your applied thought. So being able to think outside the box, being able to think laterally about the concepts and ideas that you're coming across in the reading. That's number 2. And then number 3 is it just provides a little bit of a social platform for you to interact with each other, for you to share ideas, as well as to just broadcast your own thoughts and impressions of the readings. So again, go to the website, go to discussion forums, check out the icebreaker, say hello to everyone. But then when you go through the reading, I want you to actually, take a little bit of time, read other people's comments, take on board what they say, and respond to them. So it is a discussion forum. It's not just kind of a static bulletin board, if you like. So we are starting a little bit. We're sort of cheating a little bit in this class because it's listed as world history from 1500 to the present. But as you can tell from Origins of the Modern World, it says global and environmental narrative from the 15th to the 21st century. So we're actually starting a little bit before 1492 and Columbus's discovery of America, which heralds, if you like, the beginnings of globalization. We're going back almost really to the beginnings of late medieval society, the Black Death, and I think the bubonic plague is something that, even though we can't really, think about what it must have been like to have lived through that, I think the collective experience of having recently been through a global pandemic, I think, gives us a little bit more insight into the way in which these kind of environmental events, biological events can shape world we live in, but also the history of our societies, our collective societies. So that's going to be one of the focuses of this class, is this approach towards world history, which is a little bit more informed by some of these big events, some of these impersonal events, things like pandemics, things like the exchange of diseases and crops and networks of commerce and trade and things of that nature. But again, this week we're keeping it pretty straightforward. There is the discussion forum, which is worth 25 points. There's also a short writing assignment worth 100 points. And if you go into the assignments, you'll see that that's connected to a video called Guns, Germs, and Steel, which further underlines this theme of world history through an environmental lens. But again, I didn't want to, overwhelm you on the first day of class. This is really just a kind of introductory video. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to, kind of have office hours, virtual or in person. But generally speaking, most questions I'm happy to answer by email, smithmd6@miamioh.edu. So if you email me, I will try throughout the next 6 weeks to respond to your queries within 24 hours. But anything else, just let me know. There will be more stuff going up on the Canvas site this week, including the study guide for the midterm exam. So I will catch up with you shortly. But until then, have a good week, have a good summer, and enjoy learning together. Thanks very much, folks, and talk soon.